These are the Outlier One by Creative Labs, and they are a surprisingly good pair of Bluetooth earbuds for just $30. My first impressions with the Outlier One were pretty much what I expected. They look like a good pair of budget headphones, with reasonably solid build quality and a simple design. They are mostly made out of rubber, with a couple of reflective accents, and weigh just 15 grams. The cable comes at an average length, and the included clip will allow you to lock it onto clothes to prevent it from moving around while running. Speaking of which, an important feature for me when it comes to the design are the included earphones. These are an absolute must-have for any kind of sport earbuds, and I particularly like these ones. They are neither too soft nor too hard, they stay nicely in place, and most importantly they don't hurt after a few hours. I've tested them out while running and working out and I've never had any issues. I do recommend using the clip though, because the weight of the inline remote can otherwise tend to drag the right earbud a bit. Speaking of the remote, you'll find here your usual media controls, the micro USB port and the microphone. I wish the buttons would protrude a bit more, as they are not the easiest to find while running and they are not super tactile. Another thing worth mentioning about the hardware is the IPX4 certification. To be clear, you won't be able to go swimming with them, but they handle sweat and rain with no problem. Now moving on to sound, something that surprised me about these is that the sound is actually quite well balanced. There's no particular bias towards bass, they offer a pretty natural feeling sound signature. I like the clarity in the mids, which you don't usually get in budget headphones, and that helps a lot with the vocals. They tend to hiss somewhat on the very highs at high volumes, but it's an acceptable compromise at this price. They do get reasonably loud, and factoring in the excellent isolation as well, I've never found myself wishing for more volume. You're not getting active noise cancelling though, as you'd expect at this price point, but the passive isolation provided is enough for everyday activities. To wrap this up, let's talk about battery life and connectivity. The Bluetooth 4.0 chip inside does usually a good job, with stable signal within a reasonable range of around 8 to 10 meters in open air. Something I don't like though is that it acts weirdly when connectivity is unstable. Instead of just momentarily pausing or skipping, it tries to catch up when the signal comes back, resulting in an annoying acceleration in the song's speed. That's really rare to be honest, but it was still worth mentioning. As for battery life, I have no complaints really. You easily get over 7 hours of use and even a bit more if you keep them at low volumes. So, are they worth it? While not being perfect, the Outlier One offer great value per dollar, going for just $30 at the time of recording this video. If you're looking for a tech gift that won't break the bank or you like working out, this is definitely a pair you'll wanna consider.